I made $6 million with my bootstrap brand from a 5K initial investment. And today I will show you exactly how I did it and how you can copy my strategies. So let's see together this case study for my own brand, and I decided to divide it into portions. First portion I will show you how and what I actually did, and the second part I will show you actually how you can apply these learnings from my own experience. Now, first of all, since I want you really to focus on what I'm going to explain, I want to show you that you can trust me. So let me move the cam, and yeah, these are the results that I did. There's no way that I can actually fake them. You can see even my other videos. This is the ad spend and the revenue, and even the other data if you want to check. We spent just with the supplier $1.2 million, and on Alibaba where we paid the other suppliers $1 million. So yeah, this money has been spent, and in a way or another you need to generate them. So there is much more about this, and if you want you can check my other videos where I explain these things, and even on my website, click the link below, you can check more about me, what I did. So today I want to show you actually how I did it and not just these numbers. This will be a quite complex and advanced training that will help you if you are a 7 or 8 figures brand to actually scale with these strategies. So stay with me, stay focused, and let's see together how I did it. We will go through my branding strategy, the marketing strategy, advertising strategy, and lastly, even we are going to see CRO and funnels improvement, or how I like to call it, RPO, revenue and profit optimization. So to start, this is the product which is blurred. I don't want to show because I'm still in exiting phase, so I cannot show around the brand yet, but I will leave some things blurred so you can check and I can give you more context. And of course, what I can show you, so the results I'm going to show you, of course. And yeah, some context is in the pet niche. It's important to give you context because I want you to understand that what I'm going to tell you will be related to my specific case, but I'm going even to give you more general directions because every brand is different, and you need to understand that this information must be applied to your brand. You cannot apply exactly what I did if you are in a different situation with different LV, with different type of product, because it doesn't mean that it will work. So of course, this is why you need an expert, or you need to study and test to understand what's going to work for you or not. So some context again, this brand is in the pet niche. It's not a consumable products, no subscription, unfortunately. LV is around $150 after years that we worked to improve it. At the start it was around $90. Low retention rate, 7-8%, always because it's pretty much a one-time purchase. And so yeah, I need to say that for the type of products, it's even a pretty and decent retention rate. And yeah, of course the goal, because every brand has a different goal. Our own goal was to, since the retention rate and lifetime value is not as high, we need first order profitability and produce cash flow to scale, because of course as a bootstrap brand, as I told you, 5K initial investment, we need money that is going to be used and reinvest right away to improve our brand, improve the products, launch new products, and especially reinvest in ads. So let's see together how I actually did it. Let's start from the branding strategy. So the branding strategy is not about, again, what I said even in other videos, it's not about the color that you are using for your logo or in your website, and it's not even your icon or whatever. The branding strategy is actually how you're positioned in the market, what the solution is your ideal customer persona buying, what's the uniqueness of your brand, what are the moats that your brand has, how are you differentiated in the market, who is your competition. All these things are part of your branding strategy. And once I started to understanding this is when I actually started to create better marketing strategies, better campaigns, better actually creatives. And this is when I started actually breaking through the noise, breaking through the feed of my ideal customer persona and getting better performances. And that's actually what happened. I even showed this in other videos, and essentially we went from pretty much 80K, and we were always struggling at the start, doing between 67, 80K a month, pretty much consistently, but not with crazy margins. And once we got these things, as you can see, we scaled pretty fastly, and it happened in 90 days, because once you crack those things and then you create proper creatives related to your branding and marketing strategy, then you're going to get these results quite quickly, and then you can scale even further. Now, I want to say some thing before moving forward. The scale that you can achieve, like even the number that I'm showing you above, is really related to your type of product, the category you are selling, the distribution channels that you're using, and even the total addressable market. So the same strategies apply to different brands, could even generate much more revenue. I am advising different 7 and figures brand, and with these strategies they are doing much more, of course, than what I did. So these things are crucial to understand, and even the budget that you have to invest will make a lot of difference, especially for the first of all, even for the speed that you're going to generate this amount of revenue. So that's something important to understand. Now, let's see better what I did on the branding strategy. So starting from the positioning, and then I will show you how you can achieve it with your own brand. And this is how I'm going to do it for every step of this case study. And I'll show you even screens of what I did. There you are going to see even more documents, more Excel sheet, tons of things inside this document that is going to be even linked in the comment below. So stay with me, follow me if you want to understand it really, and I promise you that you are going to get crazy results out of it. So first thing first, positioning, which is even wrong how I write it. Showing, okay. So become the main source. This is our own positioning in this case. We position this brand as become the main source of innovative pet supplies. So we wanted to be like the Apple of pet supplies. So producing high quality, unique pet supplies for who loves to spoil their dog, okay? This was our specific positioning, which was based on the current market condition. So again, you need to understand your current market condition, you need to understand your avatar and position yourself based on that. So how you can achieve this? First of all, clear positioning for a clear audience. Your target audience is what you need to focus on. So thanks to the position, you can understand who is it for and why they should buy it, okay? So that's are the first thing, that your positioning, the way you are talking about your product and your brand, these are the things that you should convey right away. Who is it for? Okay, and why you should get it, why you are different, what you're offering to the market, what value you're bringing to the market. So your actions, your product development, your marketing, your messaging, again, anything that's happening in the organic socials, SMS, emails, everything must follow your positioning. And it's important to have this clear, because then you need to create everything that you are going to create is going to be consistent with your positioning. Again, how you talk, who you're talking to, okay? All these things are crucial to understand. Otherwise, if you don't have this clear, even the people that need actually to buy from you don't have clear who is it for. They don't understand if that is for them or for others, and for this reason is more likely they are not going to buy, or anyway your conversion is going to be much lower, your performances will be much lower, and at the end of the day you won't be able to scale. So yeah, this is the first thing that you need to understand and focus on. Moving forward, the second thing is the uniqueness of the brand / the product. So some brands, I would say that they are not really brands. When I say this, I mean that, probably if you are below 20, 30, 50 millions a year in revenue, you don't have a brand. Actually, I know that everyone wants to build their household brand or whatever, but for most of you, it won't be the case, especially at the start, and that's not how you're going to grow. And if you want to grow and generate profit and cash flow in the meanwhile, you need to understand that it's useless to focus too much on the brand. I don't say to do crazy things that are outside of what you want to convey, of course, but at the same time, focusing just on the brand is quite useless. Instead, most of the times, your product will be, especially your main anchor, top of the funnel product that is generating most of the revenue, and the one that you are acquiring customers with, this will be actually your brand, how people identifies you. It happened to me multiple times that people are talking about my product and naming actually the product like it is the brand, when it's not the case, and I'm sure it's happening even to you. So yeah, most of the times your product will become your brand, so keep this in mind, especially at the start. So what we did on the uniqueness of the brand and product, we developed patented products, clear and eye-catching design with even a wow factor for socials and virality. So it's crucial for me, especially because I know that my first and main distribution channel is socials. What I wanted to do when I created my own patented product is to create something that was really focused on the design, how it looks. It contained this wow factor. So when you see it, it's essentially engaging, is stop the scrolls right away. Okay, so this was my goal, and that's something that I advise you to do too, especially because at the end of the day, whichever distribution channels you're going to use, even if it's retail and your products on the shelves, it must catch the attention of the people. So when you create products, especially when they are not commodities, which is the main focus of this video, focus a lot even on the design of your product. And it's not just about the packaging, but even how it looks, what's the user experience, and all these related things, okay? So how do you achieve now having a unique brand or product? You don't need to invent the new iPhone for sure. You can just improve actually what's currently in the market. So you need to offer a unique solution to solve their needs. You could have a better solution, you could have a cheaper solution, you could solve their issues faster, or you could increase their status or whatever. There are some specific needs, desire, or problem that your market has. And for sure, there are already solutions that are offered to actually solve these needs or problems. Your goal is to create a better solution that is going to be better in any of these way to actually solve their need. Okay, of course, if you have something that is not unique, is not solving anything in a different way, of course, for you, it will be quite impossible to scale meta ads, because you need to generate attention, which is costly, and it's becoming costly year by year, month by month. And even if you are lucky and you are in a blue ocean at the start, believe me that once you start scaling, and it happened to me with tons of copycats, people will come, steal your ideas, steal your products, even your images, your brand, whatever. Use it, even if legally, of course, but it's going to happen. And the market gets saturated quite quickly if the product or the solution works. So it's important that you create something unique, different from the others, and even just slightly improve what's currently existing. So that's crucial, because once you understand this, it's not just about your marketing strategy, your branding strategy, but it's also about your product development, how you're going to develop your products. Okay, this is going to affect everything. So focus a lot on this, and please understand this, which will be crucial for you. Let's go to the third point, which is how are you diversified in the market? In this case, let's start for how I diversified my own brand in the market. So we position ourselves as the premium quality solution going against the cheap existing solutions. So in the market, or the market in general, for many solutions, I see it in different ways. The first thing that you can buy in the market is the cheap solution, which usually is the commodity solution. Then you have the luxury solution that costs a lot of money. And at the end, you have the mid solution, which I call it the premium solution, which is still high priced, not as much as the luxury solution, but is still acceptable and affordable for majority of the market, not for everyone, but at the same time is much better than the cheapest solution, and also is quite similar to the luxury solution, because at the end of the day, the luxury solutions are most of the time selling more the status than anything else. It's not that they cost you much more to produce most of the time. So keep in mind this. And so I like a lot to create things that are on the premium side, which are still affordable. I would say at the start, since we are talking a lot about Apple today, it was just to give you an example, it was much a luxury solution for the pricing or the acceptable price of a phone. It just, of course, when it was launched. As of today, instead, it's more a premium solution. Is much more affordable, easier to acquire for most of the people, and at the same time it's quite premium because it's better than most of the solution that you can find in the market. And actually probably still doesn't exist a luxury solution which could become luxury, offering something different like a gold iPhone or something related to this. So yeah, just to let you understand better what I mean with premium solution. So yeah, we had a higher price point, we offer more value and guarantee the quality of, or they can get a refund. Okay, so we create innovative solution for their desires that can be found in cheap solutions. So we were adding like extra features or even different designs, different ways, different materials. It was quite different from what already existing in the market. And yeah, it was just to the eyes of the customer right away. It was different, it was better looking with and offering a better solution to our customers. Yes, for a higher price. It was even a status play even there, but it's not as much as the luxury one, of course. So yeah, we are good looking solution for who loves the aesthetics too. So yeah, the other solution existing in the market for my specific case were quite cheap, bad looking. And instead, when you create something, and this could work for many other solutions, just even revamping how it looks, what you convey, and if you convey to specific people, you already have an angle and a positioning to attack, the market. So that's something also you need to understand. Now, how do you achieve it? You need to understand how are you positioned in your market, starting from the start, the fundamentals, compared to what's currently there. So your positioning is not based on what you want. Okay, let me explain you what I mean with this. It's not about you and you would like to be in a certain way or look in a certain way. It's going to be decided actually by what's already existing in the market. Okay, so you need to understand the market, what's there, your competition, and based on that, you are going to actually decide your positioning. Okay, so if a cheap solution doesn't exist and you can offer it, of course, when I say cheap, it doesn't mean that it's going to be low quality. Most of the time, there are Chinese sellers as of today that offer cheap solutions. So in these cases, you need to have a big moats like on the operational side, or it will be really a mess. Believe me, if you want to scale and you don't have crazy amount of money, what you need to do most of the times is aiming for the premium or the high-end solution, okay? So this is something to keep in mind. So anyway, your positioning, again, it will be based on what's existing in the market. So please study the market, focus on that, focus on your competition, understand what's there, and then you position your product differently from the others. And you need to understand that whatever you're going or wherever you're going to position your product, you will need to be able to compare it to the other solution. But if they are at the higher end or the lower end, you need to be clearly compared to the other solution and showcase that you are the better or cheaper or more efficient one. Okay, that's crucial, because if even you cannot understand your positioning and people cannot understand it, then it will be quite difficult to actually convert people and doing profitably through ads. So I want you to focus also on clarity, and that's something that I mentioned multiple times, is everything. Everything must be clear right away. When someone sees your product, they need to understand that is it for them or it is not for them, which also is crucial, because if you let them understand that something is not for them, then just people that are really interested in the product will engage and your performances are going to skyrocket. So that's how you decide your positioning. Now I'm going really on the fundamentals to let you understand the general concept. Of course, there is much more to it, much more knowledge that you should study. For example, I can advise you have different books from Oris. Okay, this is, for example, positioning. Actually, I have it still on my desk, but I read it tons of time ago, and I have even read other books from him. And yeah, I actually advise you to study a lot branding and positioning, because once you understand this, you are going to understand how much you are extra paying your ads, because your performances are lower than they could be due to the fact that you don't have clarity on how you're positioning the market and how people should see you and even the message that you're conveying. So focus on this is much more important than you think. Now, what's your brand goal for the customer? So what you're conveying to the customer, the emotional brand goal. So in this case, we want to improve the life of their pets while improving even the aesthetics of their home with modern looking solution. That was our actual brand goal, making happy both the pet and their owner. Okay, so that's our actually brand goal, and you need to understand your emotional brand goal that you are trying to convey in your ads and even to your customers, because again, when you sell your products and you need to try to even build your brand both for the long term, but again, even to actually get better performances, because again, if you don't have a brand, if you don't have a uniqueness, you are paying this with extra CPMs, higher CPAs, and so on. So remember this, it's more important than you think. So how do you achieve it? So understand what's the value that you are bringing into the market. First of all, again, what you're trying to bring that is different from the others. Be clear, this message will be used everywhere in your communication. Should be subtle in your messaging. You need to convey your messaging, not talking about it. So this is crucial. It's not about the fact that, what I just read you, so improving the aesthetics and even the life of their pets. Of course, it's not that we were mentioning this in our ads or in our emails. It must be subtle, and you need to convey through the images, through the copy. In this case, since it's for pets, we were showing happy dogs, because so this is how you convey that you want to improve their lives, and nice aesthetics, even how we shot our product, even the images that we use. Everything was related to essentially our end goal for the customers. Okay, so of course it's subtle, but this is how you actually convey your messaging that you decided to your customers without telling them, because if you tell them, of course, it won't be as strong as it could be. So let's move forward to the fifth point, which is what's your brand story and reason you exist. Again, let's suppose that you're going to have tons of copycats, which when you start to have success is something that will happen sooner than you think. And I learned in the past in the hard way, believe me. So you need right away to be different from the others. So you need to explain, even in your ads, not in all of your ads, but even when you nurture your customers in your ads, and for MOF, so mid of the funnel or bottom of the funnel ads, and even in your landing page. In my landing page, I'm not just selling the product, but I'm also selling my brand. This is going to help you even with retention later. And you need to understand why you exist and sell also this to the customer. This is how you're going to create a loyal fan base, and even how you're going to sell, your product much more easily, since now they understand that you are an authority, you have a reason to exist, you are building trust and relationship with your customers, and that's really crucial if you want to have success with your ads. So that's how we did it. We were tired of buying and replacing the cheap solution existing in the market. This is actually what we were selling to people. So it was just a waste of time, and they weren't good looking. Okay, they were a solution in the market. So we decided to create something tailored for our dogs, and in this case was my own dog. And he loved it, which it was true actually. And once we shared it with the other people, it went viral, which actually it was real. This is what happened. Now, of course, you can make your story look much better, but yeah, that's something that's crucial for you. And now, how do you achieve it? Having a reason to exist. Yeah, you will see different errors because there's tons of things to go through. So I will share with you. But if you see errors, don't worry about this. The important is the content, the value that I'm sharing here. So having a reason to exist and a story related to it makes your marketing efforts much easier and your marketing messaging much stronger. So you need to be relatable to your ECP. Again, relatable. Or relatable. My pronunciation is not the best for sure, but you get what I mean. You need to understand this concept. People must relate to you. Okay, to your brand in this case. If you have a person as the face of your brand, even better, because then you will become even more relatable. And this is how you're going to build rapport. If you're not building rapport with your audience, with people that want to buy from you, there will be someone that are going to steal your customers doing it. Okay, so that's crucial. 2024, 2025 that is coming, 2026. I believe that having a brand that is going to be similar to a personal brand. So when I say a personal brand, I not mean that you need to have a face, but it's like that your brand is a person communicating to other person. Okay, the human-to-human marketing, which is a nice term to use, but actually this is what people mean when they say human-to-human marketing, because you're selling to people, and you need to, and your brand in this case need to look like a person that is selling to them. Okay, it's not just a big corporate that is selling to them. If you are relatable, then you are going to win much more customers, and in this case auctions for your advertising. Okay, so keep this in mind, which is crucial. Let's go to the sixth and last point for the branding in this case. So who is your competition and why they are offering or solution? So of course, if you created a product, there's a reason why you created, or at least I hope so. Most of the times you are creating something that should be better than what's existing in your market. Again, I just told you, explaining what I mean with better. It just not mean that it's better looking or better quality. There are different things. It could be again cheaper, or could solve the issue efficiently, so more efficiently than the others. So that's how you are going to, in this case, compare your product to the others. Okay, so in our case, this is how we were comparing. So cheap pet supplies on Amazon, selling similar products. It was quality and worse design. Okay, so it was quite clear. And one of the best selling points that you may have is actually comparing with the worst solution. Again, when I say solution, it's not just about similar products. It's about actual, even different products that are solving a different solution. Why your solution is better than them, okay? So this is crucial to understand, and this is what you're going to convey in your ads, in your marketing, in your landing pages, and even in your SMS, emails, wherever. So it's crucial to understand this, because people have tons of different solutions. And if you are selling them like a problem ads, okay, so you are letting them aware of one of the problems that they have, then they may go to Google, because everyone goes to Google after they found a problem that they have. They are going to look for different solutions. Now, if you don't explain them why you are the better solution, which happened to me tons of times, so this is why I'm telling you, are going to lose tons of extra revenue, your performances are going to decline, and at the end of the day, you won't be able to scale. So any of these points that I'm showing you are actually actionable, okay? And they are going to give you right away great performances or return on your performances. So you need to understand this. Now, of course, these are more general things which are more important than you might believe. Then I'm going with the next steps, even on more tactical things, which will be usable again, but I believe that this is actually a lot actionable. And if you are struggling, okay, if you are getting stagnating performances, you tested tons of different landing pages and nothing is working, then believe me, the issue for you is on these first points. And if you solve these 6 points that I just showed you, and you apply these points to your branding strategy and your marketing strategy, I'm sure that you're going to get something out of it 100%. So please do it, and then tell me if you achieve the results. Now, how do you achieve this? Make a list of brands, okay, offering different solutions to your target audience, different than yours, of course. Understand what they are offering, again, their solution, their pricing, even how they are offering the angle that they're using. Find out their weaknesses and even their strengths, okay, that's important. And you're going to build an actual business, you need to develop products, a product line, and sell these things to people. So once you understood your positioning, then you will be able to create a consistent product line that is going to solve needs and desire of your audience. And this way, it will be much easier to actually upsell, cross-sell to people, and also to build an actual compelling marketing strategy. So this is crucial. So understand their weaknesses, and even their weaknesses and their strengths will be even your marketing angle when you are going to create new ads. So this is how you're going to do it. Understand what's in the market, study the market deeply. And once you did it, then you start understanding your positioning and your marketing strategy. So thanks to the above information, you will be able to craft a compelling marketing strategy for a specific audience, okay? Breaking through the noises and being diversified from your competition. Go deep and add as many info as you can, and you need to refine your brand and offering even the offer, okay, what you are actually offering to the customers based on your findings. Everything must be consistent through the entire user experience your prospect is going through, and I'm going to explain you later why, but remember that everything must be consistent. Now, let's start to have a bit more fun, because I know that people love more marketing than branding, even if branding is the base foundation of marketing. But yeah, let's move forward to what is funnier to you. And let's start from the marketing strategy and from the first point, which is what's your target market, your ideal customer persona. So if you will see acronym like ECP, it means ideal customer persona if you don't know. And again, you must be really specific. So in our case, our ideal customer persona was, or the avatar, depends how you call it, is a married woman, 50 plus, based in US, that wants to spoil her dog and keep her house clean with a modest income and focus on the home decor in general. So you can see now that there is already a much linked my positioning, my messaging with the target avatar, because she's focused on the home decor, she has a modest income, so we sell premium products that are good looking, and even if we want to make her dog happy and she likes to spoil her dog, and this actual market is quite big. So now you need to understand that it's more important to focus on the what I call psychographic than the demographics, okay? So the demographics is 50 plus, based in US, maybe married woman, but the psychographic is actually their hobbies, what they think, how they act, how they talk, okay, the type of person that they are. That's more crucial to understand who you're talking with. So how do you achieve this? And this will be fun for you, because I had a few extra things which are crucial and will be really helpful, actually more than fun. So find your specific ideal customer persona. At the start, you need to find more than one, okay? You can know who is going to perform better. So for your product, or you can solve, your product is going to solve probably the same things, but for different buyer persona, okay? So for this reason, you need to understand that you need to target specific. Don't be too general, because if you're going to be general, your marketing messaging also will be general. And then people won't feel that this product is actually made for them, and you are going to pay the price through your performances. So be specific and build your marketing message for specific people. So imagine to have a person in front of you, a specific person in front of you, and you're going to build your product, your landing page, your ads based on that. Of course, it will be easier then to modify the angle, and then your messaging, your ads, and your landing pages to test quickly different avatars. So you need to test at the start different avatars, understand who is going to perform better and who is going to feel that your messaging is more relatable to them, okay? Some avatar will be probably more in market for whatever reason, or will have more money to spend. At the start, you cannot understand it if you didn't already work with this market, so focus on different avatars. Be specific, don't decide your target market just based on, again, demographic, what I just explained you, and understand their main desire and pain points, and understand the reason why they are buying, which is based on the Life Force 8. So these are actually the marketing foundation, the Life Force 8. Anyone is buying for this reason, the Life Force 8, which are the deep emotional triggers. They are buying for survival, enjoyment of life, or life extensions. Let me zoom on it more so you can see it better. So these, again, are the reason why they're buying. Or the enjoyment of food and beverages, freedom from fear, pain, or danger, sexual companionship, comfortable living conditions, to be superior, winning, this is the status play, care and protection of the loved ones, or social approval. Again, this also is quite the status play. So these are the intrinsic reasons why people are buying your product. Way or another, this is why they're buying your product. So you need to understand which angle to attack based on this life force 8. Understand why there might be different reasons. At the end of the day, it's always pretty much status, sex, or freedom at the end, or being happy, okay? So, and of course, health, which is crucial. So yeah, again, status, sex, and health. If you're not healthy, will be an issue. Sex also is one of our primary needs. And then you have the status once you achieve the first two. So these are the main reasons, and understand again why they're buying based on these things. If you understand this, then you'll be able to actually craft a better marketing message. Now, since I promised, I will show you how even you can actually create an ECP and what type of question you should ask to create this buyer persona. Okay, you can create an Excel sheet like this one. This is just a screenshot. So I'm sharing already a lot of things. So this one is inside here. You can just copy paste. Don't ask me even to create something like this for you. If you want, work with me and we'll build these things for you. And actually, I will do even much more. And at least we will have everything ready for you. But anyway, let's go back to actually the explanations and the value. So the buyer persona, you need to understand the age range, gender, their values. Okay, even their values, because their values and even beliefs, I will say, because based on these things, you are going to create your marketing message. Lifestyle and passions, interests, how much they can afford to spend to solve their need with your product. Because again, of course, you need to choose an angry audience with a big need, but they even can afford your solution. If you're selling to audiences that are not able to afford your solution, or the market is too small and your solution is too expensive, you are going to fail. So you need to understand also this. Your pricing is quite crucial to understand this, to actually position your products, position your brand, and actually even decide the audience that you're selling to. So where they usually buy similar products, also this is crucial to understand your distribution, because if people, of course, are not used to buy online, it will be quite difficult and costly to actually change their buying behavior. So that's important to understand. And that's another crucial thing when you decide where to sell and your initial distribution channels. Then what do they want? What are their desires and needs? What they are afraid of? What are their objections based on buying similar products? What are their pain points? How they feel about this pain point also is crucial, because now you can identify clearly who you are talking with, why they are struggling, and what wording are they using, and now you can talk exactly like them, and you are going to create a relatable messaging which will be consistent through your entire funnel, and you're going to get better performance. So yeah, you have all the other questions here. So if they are problem aware or unaware, I will explain you more about this later. And yeah, also where they spend their time and who they follow. This also is great, because now you know even what to target or even where you can find these people to study them even deeply. So also you need to understand those things. Let's move forward now. The market sophistication. Now, in my case, for my own brand, it was a third level. I'm going to explain you what I mean with third level right away. So it was quite a crowded with similar products, a crowded market with similar products. We created a unique way to solve the same issues that is more efficient, looks better, and is targeted to a specific market. Because the other solution, and this is why I say you to be as targeted as possible, because the other solutions were quite general. Instead, we created a specific solution for a specific target of people. And for this reason, they were knowing that our solution was for them, and that's why we were able to scale and get these performances. Okay, so even if your product could appeal to multiple people, okay, don't let your marketing appeal to multiple people, if it makes sense. And when I say this, what I mean is that build different ads that is going to build to specific people, but these ads will be divided. Based on that, you're going to build even different landing pages. Of course, start small and then you test multiple. And this is how you're going to find different pockets of market that you'll be able to scale. And especially when you hit even stagnating performances, hit a plateau with your ads. One of the main reasons probably is because you're always targeting the same people, the same audience, that it was working at the start, but now pretty much you finish the early adopter, what I call early adopters. What I mean is the first people that are buying that you are able to acquire profitably. Now you need to find new pocket of the audience or you won't be able to grow. So that's how also you're going to do it, understanding, being specific, targeted to a specific target of audience, and understanding your market sophistication. Now, what is the market sophistication? So you have 3 levels of sophistication based on that you are going to create your own offer and marketing messaging. So you need to understand the ecosystem your brand is selling in, Watch your competitors, what's your ECP, understand how much is crowded your market, if your solution is something totally new or not, and then you are going to craft a compelling offer and messaging based on that. So let's see the different stage. We have stage 1 of sophistication, stage 2, and stage 3. So stage 1, what type of market is it? You are first on market, in this case with brand new product, and you have a pretty much no competition. Now, does it mean that you are going to crash on ads? That's not always the case actually, because if no one is in the market, maybe people are not used to buy this kind of products, okay, online. So you could struggle, or you have the need to invest much more in ads, in build trust and authority. So keep this in mind. Now, second stage of the market sophistication is you have other products that solve the same problems and already exist in the market. Number of competitors is still small, and usually that's a new growing market, lots of potential. Probably this is one of the best blue ocean market, because you have people that already proven that there is possibility to sell this kind of solution online. There are already a good market that is used to it, and there is tons of potential to grow. So these are probably one of the best markets when you are early, but still are not the first one, which sometimes timing is crucial, and it's not the best thing to be always the first one. And then you have the third stage, which is probably most of you and most of the market that we are going to see in 2024. So when in this case the market is really crowded with similar red ocean, but you can turn it in a blue one. They already heard tons of claims from competitors. So now how you're going to turn in a blue ocean? Yes, there are so many different similar solutions to offer similar outcome, but now what you can do is actually positioning, and this is why positioning is crucial. Positioning your brand and your solution different from the others, being targeted to a specific other audience that before was not actually served as it could be. So you're going to create a solution also that is specific for them, and this is how you're going to build a blue ocean for yourself. Again, it's not as easy, and I'm saying it's quite more difficult and it's investment, but that's part of the strategy actually on how you're going to do it, and that's why you need to understand the level of sophistication of your market, because based on this sophistication, then you're going to change actually your promises, your statement in the ads, and even the messaging that you're using, because if there is more competition, you can state even just the new mechanism of your solution, or you can state even a normal promise and people will buy because it's a new solution actually. But if anyone is stating or promising the same things, then you need to act differently. And if you continue over promising, you will just lose actual trust and authority in your niche. So it's important to understand this, and this is why it's crucial to understand the market sophistication. Now, point number 3 of the marketing strategy, the messaging. What we did with our own brand. So we tested multiple messagings with different angles, okay? And that's crucial. I will show you even an actual visual representation of this, and I made also a video that I will share later about this. So it's much more advanced since this video is taking already quite a good amount of time, and I will divide these things in different videos. So that's what we tried for ourselves. We start with a new mechanism. It was quite a new mechanism, new solution. We built this new subcategory, and at the start worked quite well, and we got lots of new early adopter to our solution. Then we compare our solution with others, and we unlock further growth, because now we show to other people that were using other solution, hey, this is what you're using, that's why it's not good, and now check our solution, which is better for this reason, okay? So this is how we unlocked further market shares and further pocket of the audience, essentially. Then we talk about their problems and desires, and now our solution can solve their issues differently and more efficiently. So again, now we need to unlock further growth. So instead of going to people that actually use the other solution, then we went more broad on talking to them based on their problems and their needs, and how our solution can solve their issue. Again, I started, quite small. In this case, you will have less scale, but at the same time, you will get right away results, performances, and you understand if your product any potential or not. So that's how usually I like to test the products. Of course, always depending on the market saturation and sophistication. Now, how do you can do the same? Based on the specific avatar you found, okay, that we talked about before, you will craft a compelling messaging that will talk directly to them. Imagine you have your ECP, your ideal customer persona, in front of you. Now, to get their attention, you need to talk like them, okay? Use the same words and talking about their interests. Based on the market sophistication and awareness, you will need to adapt your messaging. That's something that I already explained you. So focus on your messaging, and I will show you later in the video how you can do it better. Now, I always divide marketing from advertising. Okay, so all the tools that you usually do, or the execution phase that you do of your marketing strategy, I call it the advertising strategy. So this is the last point of the actual marketing strategy, which is based on the product offering, which is crucial for your success. So what we did with our product offering in this case, we position ourselves as the unique and different solution for their specific needs, which actually was real, we didn't invent it. And knowing they needed more than one unit, we were able to create bundle features that I will show you later to increase our AOV, which was crucial to scale. As I said, we were doing less than $100 AOV per order, and when we unlocked it to $150, then the scale for the same CPA pretty much, it was crazy, and this is how we unlocked further scale. So AOV, when you're going to do CRO, will be one of the main growth unlocker for sure. Then we further improved our product offering, adding related gift into the agents cart that you can receive achieving different thresholds in this case, and I will show you again later. So that's what we did with our product offering. Now, how you can do the same? First of all, understand this, because that's when I create this product offering. It's not just about the actual discount or bundle. The product offering is actually about that your product is the actual vehicle to solve their pains or needs. So you need to visualize this. And I made also a nice visualization for this. So you have the prospect with their pain desire, so your ECP. And then you have the customer after you use your product, and your product is just the vehicle, okay, like a car to bring the customer from point A to point B. So this is how you'll be able to charge higher pricing, avoiding being a commodity and fighting for pennies. So understand this, and this is how you're going to actually position your product and create a proper offering, okay? Now, what's the best way to bring them from point A or from point B? If you're able to create a compelling offer different from the others, and that is going to solve their issue better, more efficiently, or cheaper than the others, then this is how you're going to win actually at the competition against your competitors. And this should be your main focus. Again, it's not about the discount, okay? Because anyone as of today is discounting 30% or whatever. You need to instead sell the solution for them, okay? Everywhere, in the ads, in the landing pages, in the SMS or whatever, okay? So you need to understand also how they consume your product. For example, for consumable products, actually, if they consume it on a daily basis, let them understand the daily cost of using your product instead of the total price, and compare it to the worst solution. So again, you need to understand how they actually consume your product. If they're consuming it on a daily basis, then sell the price for the day. Of course, you are going even to use the total price. You are not hiding it. But you need always to price anchor it to something. This is how it will be much easier to sell your product if you compare it to something, okay? Or if you show them that it's much a better solution that was already existing in the market. Example number two, do they need more than one unit to get better results? In this case, you sell the reason why and bundle for better pricing. So if you want your bundles to work really well, it's not just about adding, the quantity break or whatever that you're using. Yes, there is a way to do it better than others, and you should test it for sure. But understand that if you don't sell the reason why they should buy more, it won't work, okay? Or it won't work as it could. So that's crucial to understand. If you sell them that they need, for example, 2 supplements a day to achieve their results, or they desire what they want, now you are selling and you are packaging your product to be the best option, because now they need your bundle, which is the unique bundle that exists to bring them from point A to point B. So it's crucial to understand, 1, how they consume it, 2, what's the best way to solve their issue through your offering, okay? So again, your offering is not just the bundles itself, but it's how it's solving their needs, okay? So this is crucial, and I hope you are getting this. So offer extra products that are going to improve their user experience, and this is how you're going to enhance your offering. Focus on how you're positioning your offer and not on the discount. Again, just to be clear, I leave it even here for you. Now, to help you even further, both on your messaging side and on your offering side, that's a sheet that I built for myself, but that you can use it too. And you're going to divide different part of your product offering, from the emotional and intangible benefits of your product to the functional benefits, the features of your product. Why not? All the objections, the alternative solutions, why is bad or worse, the alternative solution in this case, and then your USP and what problems they have and what's their pain, okay? If you add all these things, I promise you that you are going to be able to craft better solutions to your customers, okay? And if you craft better solution, it will be much easier to them, much easier to sell to them and build a compelling and unique offer, okay? So now that you built your foundation for your marketing strategy, it's time to move on the advertising strategy. The advertising strategy is going to be more related to the tactical stuff that some of you want, but you don't understand that it's much more important to focus on the first portion of the video that I showed you, so the branding and marketing stuff, because these things are still important, but it's just the end of all your entire marketing foundation and branding foundation and in general brand foundation, okay? If you don't have the things above, okay, you won't succeed. That's it. The best brands that succeed, they are able to have on point all the things that I discussed above. So from branding, from marketing, they have distribution, and they have a great product. If you have distribution, marketing, great product, then the advertising will be much, much easier to do. And you will see that everything will work, and that's it. And there are some products, some brands that won't work because they don't have this foundation. And you can have even the best strategies in the world, but they don't work. They won't work, and that's the reason why. Okay. Now, for the advertising strategy, I promise you to showcase you the avatar and messaging. Now, I won't go through this one. It's just a brief explanation, but I actually created the best Facebook ads tutorial of 2025, and I believe that is true. You will find the link here in this document, but also actually you can find this video in my channel where I went through more deeply, and it's a longer video and much more visual than this on the actual avatar, messaging, and angles that you need to use. So how actually you craft the ads itself, the creatives. So just a brief explanation for you. You need to find specific avatar as we discussed, and then you will have different avatars as I told you. Okay, this is the actual visual explanation. You have different avatar. Each avatar will have its own messaging, okay? That will be different. So messaging 1 for avatar 1 will be different from to messaging 1 avatar 3, okay, if it makes sense. So that's important and crucial to understand. The messaging is the concept that you want to convey in the ad, so focus on problem, solution, or desire of your avatar. Again, this is crucial because you can create different angles with each messaging to increase your total addressable market. So each messaging then will have different angles. Again, this is just a quick visual explanation. I made, I think, 50 minutes video about it, and that's much more. I'm going through deeply on this and showing you even examples. So yeah, just go after you watched the entire video and click on this one and check everything that's related to this, and will be really, really helpful for you to actually understand how to create performing ads, which is one of the main point of our advertising strategy. So let's go a bit more deep into the trenches of our channel, of our advertising strategy, in this case, channels to advertise. So in this case, the channel that we decided to use was Meta as main top of the funnel channel to create awareness and actually even convert, because 95% of the people will say we're coming from Meta. And then Google Ads to capture existing demand. Now I could do a video just about and related to Google Ads, and probably actually I will do it in the future, but keep in attention on how you are actually using Google Ads, because it's quite risky sometimes to overspend on Google Ads when all the demand is being generated from Meta essentially, and then you are just overspending for non-incremental revenue on Google Ads. So that's important to remember. And lastly, what we did is also build an organic presence to convert prospects into customers. I'm going more deeply into this right away. So how do you achieve this? And how do you decide what channels to use and why? So every brand is different. You're going to decide the main channels, okay, based on where your main target is hanging out. So probably most of the time is Meta for most of the people, but it doesn't mean that that is the only and best solution for you. Okay, so I don't want to be assertive on this. Every brand is different, so you need to understand and study your market when your ideal customer persona is hanging out. That's crucial. So the best channel to create awareness and convert people into customers for the lowest cost is still Meta. Meta is king, and it will work for majority of the brands that are not commodities. So if you have a product with a lot of intrinsic demand and that people search a lot, Google could be your channel in this case, which is more difficult to scale, and in my opinion is more for products that are more similar to commodities, that are not unique product with wow factors that you need to showcase your uniqueness. And that for that type of products, Meta works much better. And then it's crucial, in my opinion, for both type of products to focus on your organic presence. is the present and the future, in my opinion. Again, as I said, when you need to be relatable to your audience, that's one of the ways that you do it. Building an organic presence, building content that will helpful to actually build trust. And that's actually what I wrote, because you're getting new people interested in your product. And why I'm actually preaching to build organic presence. Even if, guys, I'm not selling anything related to organic actually, but I did it for my brand. I saw the results, and I'm seeing results for people that are actually doing a lot on the organic side. And many people, okay, and I'm telling you this from a person that actually for a lot of years didn't touch his socials at all. And when I say my socials, I mean the brand socials in this case. I'm not discussing that I didn't touch my own socials. So many people will see your ads, okay? Many of them will go on Google, but many of them will also check your profiles to find more about you and your product in use. So if they see your product used by many people, and then they see that they can trust you because you have different high quality images showing your product, other people showing your product, reviews, more social proof, then you're going to build more trust and authority. And this way, you're going to convert more people, and you're going to get better return from your ad spend. So that's crucial, guys. Do it at least for a period of time, so you have at least a nice profile that people can click, check, and can scroll a bit, and can get more information about you, yourself. And this is why also here is where you're going to sell more your brand. You're going to showcase more your product, because the goal of the ad at the end is to win the click. Once you win the click, most of the times people won't just click on your ads. A lot of people will go again on Google. A lot of people will go on socials. A lot of people are going to look for reviews. So it's important for you to have a strong organic presence in different channels. I would say even having some extra videos on YouTube, nothing crazy, just some extra video, especially the review videos, could be really helpful for you. This is more tactical, but consider that people that are going to check for your actual brand on Google, they are going to search for reviews and even search for your product itself. And if you have a video, a YouTube video, okay, with even the shop link inside, most of the people are going to click on the video, and you're going to convert even more of them. So yeah, a bit more tactical, but focus on this, and I'm sure that you're going to see better results out of even of your ads. And remember that, of course, if you track in any way your return on ad spend, which helps, so you will see the higher your ad spend, the higher the organic presence and the sales from your organic socials will be. So it's direct correlated. So believe me, it will be more important than you think. And we move forward, okay, 2025, 2026, the more will be important to build an organic presence and actually a real brand. Now, let's see the KPIs to target. That's another thing that many people sometimes forget, unfortunately. You need to understand the KPIs that you must target, and this time I will have a Google Sheet for you that I share directly inside this document that will be easy to use and crucial if you want to achieve results. It will be a growth forecast spreadsheet, help you understand what numbers and volume you need to achieve to actually, with even what return on spend you need to get the profit margin that you want and decide. So in our case, our main KPIs was MER, so marketing efficiency ratio, that gives us specific profit margin and target volume. So I was able, thanks to this spreadsheet, to calculate the specific MER that I needed. Okay, MER at the end of the day is revenue divided by the entire marketing spend. Okay, in this case, I was considering mostly ads, which was our main channel and main marketing spend. And I believe that that's the case for most of the people that are seeing this video. And of course, the MER target is going to change based on the volume of sales that you are producing. And based on that, you're going to achieve different profit margins. So, of course, let me show you how. Now, to achieve this, you need to understand your data before actually building your advertising strategy. So if you're building an advertising strategy, you don't have target KPIs, what you're doing. That's the main thing. I saw different people that I consulted that actually they don't have any KPIs to follow. They are just dollars to Mark Zuckerberg, and they are hoping that something gets back. Sometimes it happens because they have actually great foundations, not on the marketing side, advertising side. But yeah, but they are struggling actually to scale because, of course, they don't know how to invest, why, what returns they need. And yeah, they don't know even if, let's suppose we get 3-4 MER with a specific volume, they don't know how much they are getting in profit margin if they don't wait for the end of the year or of the month, which is crazy. You need to, if you want to actually scale and quickly scale, especially, you need to understand these things. So focus on your unit economics and on your operational expenses, which will be one of the main points of the spreadsheet that I'm going to show you. So based on that, you can understand the type of volume you need, get your target profit with your target MER. Of course, if you don't know your numbers, your operational expenses, so your employee, your apps costs, all the fixed costs that you may have, it will be difficult for you to calculate this because the volume that you need will be really correlated to your OPEX. And the same things for the unit economics. First of all, unit economics, because you need to understand your contribution margins, but also because your unit economics, I hope that in this case you are able to negotiate, and this is something also that I did a lot, you are able to negotiate with your customers thanks to economy of scale and to your supplier, that thanks to economy of scale, they are going to essentially spend less to produce your product because they are producing more. And you can buy your products cheaply or for a lower cost, and you need to actually understand this so you can focus on pushing more volume, because now you know that you will get, of course, cost for your actually landed product. And this way you can have, even if you have lower MER, you are going to have more volume, same profit margins, and actually more absolute profit. Okay, so let's see together this spreadsheet that I created actually, which is, let me also zoom in for you. I will go quickly through this because it's already a lot of time. It's already a quite long video. But again, what you need to do is understanding your MER target that you want. You need to understand, and let me do it below, which is better for you. You need to understand, in this case, fixed cost and overall OPEX, and then your COGS, your unit economics. In this case, even adding the transaction fees. A lot of people forget about transaction fees when usually you have probably around 3%, even if you use PayPal, probably 4 or 5% of transaction fees. And you can understand when you have a quite high volume that 3, 4, 5% is quite a big amount. And if you forget this number when you calculate, I add it in the unit economics because it's easier for me. You can calculate even other portion. Wherever you're going to calculate it, it's important you include it, or you are going to, to lose 5%, pretty much 3-5% of profit margins at the end of the day. So why you need this data? Let me show you how you can change your revenue. Actually, as you can see, these are different volume of revenue. You have $56,000, you have $86,000, $150,000. What we want to achieve is 50% profit margins, okay? Now, to achieve this number, as you can see, even at the same profit margins, of course, we have much more. This is the actual profit volume that we have. Okay, of course, the profit margin is the same, but of course, we have more volume, so more profit margin. I think that if you study just a bit of math, you can understand easily this, and I'm sure. So now I won't show you all the other parameters that I actually inputted inside the spreadsheet. But as you can see, the only thing that changes here is the MER, okay? All the rest is the same, okay? Of course, we are increasing the average daily spend to keep same volume and same profit margins. But now, with higher with higher volume, same profit margins, we can achieve a lower MER. This is the MER. So before, to achieve 50%, we needed 2.24. Now to achieve 50%, without even considering economy of scale, because the COGS are still 35% in this case, we are getting 2.08, okay? So as you can see, you need a much lower MER for a higher volume. So that's great. And this is how actually understand your number will be much easier to scale. And this is really a basic number. Then you can understand that if you actually improve even your margins, let's suppose thanks to economy of scale by 3% improvement from 35 to 32, which actually is not 3%, it's 10%, more than 10% improvement. But to improve by 35 to 32%, and if you want to keep still 50%, now you can increase even further your ad spend. And let's see by how much. Now I'm doing this manually, so you can see. But yeah, it's about 500, yes, pretty much. Now, if we improve thanks to economy of scale, even your margins, now to get the same profit margins, okay, 50% with this volume in this case, we need just 1.96% of MER. So this is why it's crucial whenever you start your advertising strategy to understand what KPI target you need, what to track. In this case, I track mainly MER, and then create a correlation between your campaign ROAS and the MER. That's really important to understand, again, what's happening, what's your contribution margins, what your profit margins, and this is how you're going to scale your campaign without being stressed if you're losing money or not. You need to understand firstly if you're going to lose money with specific target. Okay, I know that this might seem stupid for some people, but actually there are many different big brands that are not doing this. They don't have growth trajectory, or they want just to grow 30%, but they don't understand the numbers that they need, the target that they need on the advertising side, and this is why they are not able to grow efficiently. And yeah, that's the main issue why they are not doing it. So yeah, it's important to understand this, and yeah, I hope that's clear. Okay, we are going to the end of this video. So just a little reminder, remember to align your strategy with your operations. Okay, that's something also crucial. When you're going to scale, hopefully for you, after this video, plan accordingly to not disrupt your supply chain. That's crucial, because if you scale too fast, you need to have your operations ready for it. Don't risk to lose all the money invested due to poor planning. Okay, if you're going to essentially sold out or even overstock, which most of the time is even worse. So if you lose the trust of your customers, you're done. And it happened to many people that tried to scale too quickly, that actually they sold a lot more than they could. The supplier wasn't able to keep up with the actual production, and then or they need to actually refund people, or actually they need the people to wait, and customer then become angry. You lose a lot of trust from customers. Then they start talking to other people online, and it's with the word of mouth is quite easy to actually lose the trust of many people. So keep this in mind whenever you're going to build even your advertising strategy. And when I say this, I mean that if you forecast to achieve certain numbers, you need to have even the operations ready. And the operation is not just, again, the product, the supply chain, but it's always also related to the amount of tickets that you're going to receive. And you need to have enough staff to actually reply to all your customers. You need the right website that is able and capable to keep the right amount of traffic. So keep in mind all of these things. Now let's move to the last part. This video, the CRO and funnels, and how I call it is the RPO, which RPO is the new norm, and it's revenue and profit optimization. So thanks to Nate Lagos in this case. For the naming convention, I was calling it revenue per session optimization. So, but I need to say that RPO is much better and much more eye-catching, I would say. So let's focus on the last part of after you did your marketing strategy, then your advertising strategy. You created your creatives, you created your messaging, your angle, you found your avatar. Now people found your ads online, they like it, they click on the ads. Now let's see what's going to happen after the click, which again, this is the last part. And it's quite important, because if after the click they don't buy, you won't get performances, you don't get your money back, you won't be able to actually invest more and scale. So let's see how we can do it. So what's the best top of the funnel? Here's what I actually did with my brand. Our funnel consisted in a pre-sale page. Okay, it was a listicle style. Okay, the listicle is like 5 points why, or 5 reasons why you will like this or this innovative product, or 5 reasons why pet owners are getting crazy for this, whatever. This was a case for me, and you should test more things. But yeah, giving a reason why, or a listicle divided, in small paragraph, for us and for many people works really well, because it's easily digestible, and they get tons of social proof, value, authority, understand right away the product without being too salesy right away. And it works really well for us. And as soon as we added the pre-sale page, we even saw an increase in LV and in conversion rate. That meant, of course, an improved return on ad spend. So yeah, we were this style, the listicle style mixed with CTAs, and we mix it even with different section, a sort of landing page style also, with like social proof, reviews, adding authority. And so the CTAs then were landing people to the PDP, okay? And the PDP is not your usual PDP. It was a PDP where we added above of it also an hero section. And again, we tested everything, okay? It's not that I'm saying you this, and we tested it worked for us, of course, with tons of transactions. And yeah, it worked well for us, because again, we were selling something quite premium and with a higher price than the usual. So people had the need to build more trust and authority with our brand, and that's how we did it, okay? Sometimes we actually increase the user experience, okay? And we make it a bit harder, not too much, of course, to buy our products, to build more trust and authority, and to let them understand that something more premium than the others. Like, for example, you go on Amazon, you click and buy directly that product. For us, it's different. This is also why tons of like luxury brand makes it difficult to actually buy their product. For example, a Ferrari. To buy a Ferrari is quite difficult, especially a specific type of Ferrari or even Porsche. It's quite difficult because you need to have like you need to have high-end cars, and for some specific models you need to have the previous model. So yeah, they make it difficult for a reason. This increase like the need of people of buying your product. Okay, so that's what we did. And then, yeah, of course, we had a buy box with bundles that I show you below. We added extra session in the PDP selling the product. We built more trust, authority, and we added also guarantees, which is crucial. So this is how our funnels was looking. It was, and it's still looking right because we are still running ads. So it's add to a pre-sale page, the ones that I told you below, and then the PDP like I told you below. Again, everything it was quite advanced. We test tons of different pre-sales page. We test even, of course, people just directly to the PDP. And yeah, anything that we tested, at the end of the day, the pre-sale page was actually giving us better results than sending people directly to the PDP. Then we tested, for example, advertorials. Didn't work well for us. Simple listicle. And then we test a listicle mix with a different section, worked much better. Then we test different PDPs. We did tons of tests. And yeah, at the end of the day, we found what's the best combination for us. Now, how you can do the same for yourself without spending a lot of money and actually achieving results easily. Because one of the main issues that I'm seeing consulting different people is that they know what could work actually because there's tons of information online, but then they don't know what to choose to test first because they don't have enough resources, time, and energy. So that's how you can do it. So there are, first of all, many different funnels that can work based on your category, your AOV, and your position. Okay, there's not just one funnel that will outbid any other funnel or will bid over any other funnel. So it depends really on your actually category AOV. So start with the PDP. In my opinion, you start sending people directly to the PDP to make things easier for you. And then you need to start testing. First of all, I will focus on, again, the PDP and increasing the OV, which is the most important thing. Once you identify something that works, of course, improve it. There's a lot that can be done, of course, and this is what I will focus first. You need to focus first on the big swing test. And at the end of the day, the things that will give you more impact than the others is improving your OV. Yeah, you can even increase your conversion rate, but increasing by a small percentage your conversion rate won't give you the same return that your LV will give you. If you increase your V by 10, 20, $30, okay, for like I did it, 30%, 40%, 50%, if you are able to increase your V, your return on ad spend will skyrocket right away and you're going to unlock a new scale right away. Most of the things instead that you can do to actually increase your conversion rate will be related to actually, it's not about, changing the buttons or changing any color or whatever. Whatever change, okay, that you're going to do to increase your conversion rate will be related to these things, to your messaging. Okay, so you're testing different messaging to appeal to different audiences in this case, or to position your product differently. Then you're going to improve trust. So build more trust. This is how you're going to increase your conversion rate. Build more authority in your PDP or whatever you're going to do it in your landing pages. Self-filter the problem and how your solution is unique. Also, this is something really crucial. If you are able to twist more than the knife, okay, of their problem, this is going to be really helpful to then, sell more the problem. Let them understand that they have a big problem, okay? Let them understand and feel the pain, and then you sell the solution. And as I showed you before, bringing them from point A to point B. Also showcase comparison with other solution. Again, as I explained you before, if you don't showcase the difference with the others, it will be quite difficult for you because then probably they are going to choose a cheaper option or even copycats because they don't see why they should pay more, okay, for your product. So that's what you need to focus on the conversion rate optimization on, again, RPO side, the revenue and profit optimization side. Now, there are some different funnels that you can test that I created for you. Of course, there are so many type of funnels. These are some of them that you can use. Again, it's really based on your category, type of product, and then you need to test. Of course, the basic one, add to PDP. If you have low V and people are more used to buy it right away, it's like a really emotional quick buy, then probably that's the best option. Then if you have like multiple products, like this works quite well for clothing or similar type of brands. And essentially you have add to collection page and from collection page to PDP. The collection page also should be structured in a way that where you add like a top banner, where you build authority, trust, and you differentiate yourself, and then you bring them people to the PDP. Then you have add to landing page, and when I say landing page, is essentially again a landing page selling your product, adding all the things that you will add in the PDP, but inside your landing page. usually will be longer than a PDP, and actually we'll have the buy box and right away inside the landing page. Okay, so this is actually what it is, a landing page, or at least what I mean with a landing page. There are also people that bring their traffic to the homepage. This depends again based on what type of product you are selling and category you are in. This could work well for people that are solving a specific problem. You're sending people to the home page where you have different products. Doesn't make much more sense. Instead, if you're selling clothing, people probably want to scroll, check more. Yeah, they may like or engage with a specific product, but they may want even to check more. So if you have a great branding, you are going to have similar products that is going to work for that specific audience. So that ECP, okay, that avatar is going to click. They are going to like even other products. And then in that case, sending people to the homepage could actually work, because in the homepage you are selling more product. You are going probably to have a collection, but you're also selling your brand, building more trust and authority. And we saw even that it worked quite well later, even for some brands using the homepage. So keep this in mind. Lastly, okay, it's important and crucial to have a consistent messaging and style from your ad to your landing page. Okay, if you create any disruption, okay, in your funnel and it's not consistent, you will see your conversion rate tank. Okay, so if there is tons of people that are actually clicking in your ads, okay, because you are building engagement in your ads, and of course the clicks are targeted, which is crucial. It's not like a bait engagement. If then they don't have a consistent experience post-click, you're going to disrupt your conversion rate. So keep this in mind. Everything should be consistent. If you are building a luxury brand or a good-looking brand and you're creating good-looking ads, but then you don't have you have a crap landing page later, it will be quite an issue for you, because there's no consistency. Okay, for example, again, since I'm using iPhone as an example everywhere today, if you have your iPhone, okay, you see the design is quite consistent even when with their ads. Their ads are consistent with their website. Their style is consistent everywhere, even with their packaging. So it's important that you understand this and you keep this in mind. Try to get in the shoes of your ECP, understand how they see your funnel, and make the experience actually consistent for them. Now, I made a quick short about this. What happens if you actually don't optimize your overall user experience, so the post-click experience? You are going to pay the price for this. You may not be aware, but that's what's going to happen. And let me explain why quickly. Now, this is the meta formula to calculate the total value. Okay, this is what they consider the total value. And if you want to get better performances out of your ads, you need to understand this meta formula that you're seeing here in front of you. You have the advertiser bid, so your budget in this case. You have the estimated action rate, so how much based on historical data Meta believe that people are, and it's not just historical data, but even the first data they are getting, okay, so the first engagement and clicks they are getting is going to build the estimated action rate, so how much they believe that they are going to click and create the action related to your goal. So if your goal is to purchase, what's the estimated purchase rate in this case, plus user value, so how many people are going to engage with your ads and engage with your website, how much time they are inside your website, scrolling into your website, changing from one page to the other, or even how much they are bouncing, okay? That's crucial to understand. So this is one of the most important things to understand. If you don't have this consistent experience, user value will go down, they will bounce. What's going to happen? You're going to have less user value, the total value for Meta will be lower. They will serve your ads to a lower quality audience. This means that you're going to get worse performances. You won't be able to scale, and this is the reason why if you ever happen to you, sometimes once you get a new ad inside your campaigns, everything is going to work better, and even the other campaigns and ads are going to work better. The reason why is quite simple, and it's based on this formula actually. It's because now Meta thinks that you have a better estimated action rate, you are giving even a better user value because now you're getting more performances out of your ads, and now your total value is better, and even at the same advertiser bid, they are serving your ads to an higher quality audience, and now you are getting actually better performance. It's more easy to say than actually achieve it, but that's how it happens. And so if you don't optimize for it, and that's why I'm preaching you to do this, is that you're going to get higher CPMs, higher CPC, and worse quality audience. So yeah, you need this consistent user experience, consistent messaging, specific copy, okay, talking to the audience you are targeting. Fast loading website. Also, if your website is taking lots of time, you're going to lose tons of people, and for the same reason I explained below, you're going to get worse performances. And also a clear landing page or PDP that showcases the solution for your prospect. If you're talking about a specific problem, okay, in the ad, then they click and your landing page is talking about a different problem, okay, or a different things. Of course, you're going to disrupt your user experience, and what's going to happen is what just explained to you. So keep in mind this whenever you create a new funnel and new user experience. and optimize everything based on this. So further on the conversion rate optimization and the actually offer optimization. So to improve your offer actually and your offering, another portion and increase the OV, which is again one of the biggest lever for your CRO A/B tests, okay, is cross-selling and upselling. So what we did in our case, we added different cross-sells and upsell, both pre-purchase and post-purchase, okay? We added the possibility to add multiple quantities in the PDP, okay? And I will show you how below. And this was a game changer, and it's important to make it visual, okay? So even how you execute this will be important. So what we did essentially, as you can see here, we created a bundle. This is actually the mobile, so it was quite mobile optimized. So you can select the color, the size. It was always everything in one screen, and you can see right away how much you are saving based on the bundle that you're choosing. And once you click on one bundle, you add to cart, and you are going to see the product right away with the right quantity in your cart. And based on the quantity, you are going also to unlock the free shipping if it's enough, and even also other gifts inside the cart. So in fact, we add in-cart cross-sell with shipping plus gift threshold. So if you achieve, for example, $150 shipping, $150 cart value, you're going to get free shipping. Then if you achieve $200, you're going to get an extra gift. 250, another gift. 350, another gift. We test this a lot. We test different thresholds, both for shipping and the gift. We test without gifts and with gifts. And you know, the things that we built at the end, so with multiple gift and with this specific threshold, it is the actual test that actually work and perform all the others and increase our V by a lot, really by a lot. It was a game changer for us. And after this, we also added, of course, post-purchase other unique offer to increase the OV, usually selling the same product. And then also we did both downsell and upsell, selling adjacent products that work well with the product they bought. So as I said you before, take inspiration from these things, which will be quite useful, and focus always on the value you are bringing to the market. How you can enhance their experience further by selling more of your products, that's what you should ask yourself. Okay. At the end of the day, whatever you're selling, if something you want to get out of this big breakdown is that whatever you're selling is just the vehicle for your customer to achieve their desire or to solve their needs or problem. So if you got this, I'm happy because I left you something that will help you with your offering, will help you with your messaging, your marketing, your CRO, and everything that you're going to do. The improvements will be related to this. And now you are going to understand why tons of the tests that you did, that were just testing maybe new format of ads, not even new concept or messaging, just new format. So let's test this unboxing style versus benefit style versus storytelling style. That's not what actually makes the difference, okay? Difference is made by understanding these fundamentals. And at the end, that's how I made $6 million with my Shopify e-commerce brand. Now, if you like it, subscribe, leave a like, comment below, let me know if everything was clear, what you liked, what you didn't like. If you want to see more videos, it's really important for me because I want to bring more value. And if you are interested in an expert, in this case me, to check your brand, marketing strategy, and advertising strategy, book a call below. Of course, it's just for qualified 7 and 8 figures brand. You will find the link inside the comments, or you can click in this document and check and click the link on this image. This is my beautiful face. And yeah, you just need to click here. And if you are qualified, I'm going to ask you a few questions in the form. If you are qualified, you'll be able to book. I just work with a small amount of selected partners. I'm actually partnering up with actual 7 and 8 figures brand that have tons of potential. So if you are one of them and you found interesting and useful this video, I may be helpful for you. So yeah, just contact me below. Thank you for your time and attention, guys. Hope that this was helpful. It was quite fun for me. Hope it was the same for you. See you soon in the next video. Bye bye.